Good evening and welcome to GCMS News, coming to you live from our studio in GCMS Africa, Kano, Nigeria. Today, Thursday, being the 12th February 2026, which is equivalent to 24th Shaban 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamza Dauda Adamu with the news. First, the news headlines. The Konkosia movement has condemned the action by the United States Congress seeking to tarnish the reputation of Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. The Kano Electricity Distribution Company, KEDCO, has expressed concern over the ongoing power shortages in the state. Troops of the Operation Joint Task Force in Borno State has achieved success against terrorist killing several insurgents and securing kidnapped victims. Over 120 million people are expected to vote in Bangladesh general election, the first since the 2024 youth-led protest that ended the tenure of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. And now the news in details. The Konkosia movement in Kano State has reacted to a resolution reportedly introduced by some members of the United States House of Representatives, seeking sanctions against its leader, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, over allegation of persecution of Christians in Nigeria. In a statement issued, the group said that while it recognized the importance of international concerns regarding human rights and religious freedom, Nigeria remains a diverse nation with multiple cultures and religions. However, it added that the country is facing complex security challenges that affected all segments of society, regardless of religion or ethnicity. Therefore, on Wednesday, some members of the U.S. House of Representatives presented a motion on the floor of the House calling for sanctions against Kwankwaso and certain groups they described as armed bandits, accusing them of aiding the persecution of Christians in the country. Meanwhile, the Konkosia movement describes Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso as one of the leading advocates of peace and national unity. The group stated that he enjoys support from people of different religious backgrounds and consistently promotes tolerance and mutual understanding among diverse communities. The Kano State Police Command has arrested 6 suspected thieves and recovered stolen items, including 2 tricycles that have been returned to their rightful owners. The command spokesperson, CSP Abdullahi Haruna Kyawa, said the suspects are being investigated for criminal conspiracy, theft, and receiving stolen property. Kyawa explained that 5 of the suspects were Salim Zakari of 20 years, Farouk Abubakar of 17 years, Yusuf Garba of 20 years, and Mastur Shehu of 19 years, and Safiyanu Suleiman of 23 years were all arrested following a complaint by Ayuba Muhammad, who reported that his tricycle was stolen at Panshekara Quarters, Kano on 21st January 2026. However, the stolen tricycle bearing registration number BBR 195CB and Karota number KMC 1229 and valued at 3.5 million naira was later sold to Umar Bello Dahiru of 24 years for 2.6 million. Therefore, during interrogation, the suspect reportedly confessed to stealing another tricycle from the residence of Abdullahi Adamu in Enkusa Quarters. The second tricycle was also sold to Umar Bello Dahiru. Therefore, a discreet investigation subsequently led to Dahiru's arrest and both stolen tricycles were recovered from him. Police also recovered a horse valued at 800,000, which was allegedly purchased with proceeds from the stolen tricycles. Dahiru reportedly admitted that he bought the tricycle knowing they were stolen. Meanwhile, the recovered tricycle have been handed over to their owners while investigations are ongoing. The Kano Electricity Distribution Company, KEDCO, has expressed deep concern over challenges affecting power supply from the Nigerian Electricity Regulation Company, NERC, and the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to the northwestern states. In a statement, KEDCO urged the federal government to direct TCN to prioritize major transmission line projects and maintenance work to improve electricity delivery in the region. The company noted that currently only 2 roads supply power to the Kano Hub from Kaduna and Jos, a situation that reduced the capacity of the power system, and it puts it at a risk of outage if any problem occurs on either route. However, KEDCO also emphasized the need to enhance security, repair and expand the transmission line from the Shiroro to Mando all the way to Kano to reduce the frequency of power disruption. Therefore, the company added that in recent weeks, power outages have been frequent on weekends due to ongoing maintenance work on the transmission lines, particularly the installation of new equipment. You are still watching the news from GCMS Africa News. Stay tuned as we come back shortly. Welcome back. Troops of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai have killed 16 terrorists and rescued 11 kidnapped victims during coordinated military operation in Borno State. The troops engaged the insurgents at the Gidan Kaji axis along Maiduguri to Damboa roads, neutralizing 16 of them, while several others reportedly fled the scene with gunshot wounds. During the operation, the troops also recovered more than 20 bicycles, weapons, and other supplies believed to be critical to terrorist activities. In a statement issued on Wednesday, the information officer at the headquarters of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, disclosed that the troops had earlier repelled an attack by Islamic State West African Province ISWAP fighters on a military base. However, he further stated that on 9 February 2026, troops in collaboration with the Civilian Joint Task Force launched a counter-offensive along the Komala axis in Kondiga local government area as part of the ongoing effort to dismantle terrorist network in the region. Concerns are mounting following the revelation that the United States plan to deploy 200 troops to Nigeria, with some stakeholders expressing fears that the move could signal plans to establish a permanent U.S. military base in the country. According to Nigeria and U.S. officials, the troops will assist in training Nigeria's armed forces in their ongoing fight against jihadist groups. The development marks as expansion of military cooperation between the both countries. However, an official speaking on the matter declined to disclose the exact arrival dates of the troops, but noted that the deployment is part of the ongoing collaboration under the U.S.-Nigeria Joint Working Group. Therefore, the Wall Street Journal first reported the planned deployment, stating that the new troops will complement a small U.S. team already operating in Nigeria. That existing team currently supports Nigeria forces with airstrike targeting. The additional personnel expected to arrive in the coming weeks will provide training and technical guidance, which their role will include helping Nigerian forces coordinating joint operation involving both airstrike and ground troops. Meanwhile, officials emphasized that the deployment is focused on training and cooperation. Public debate continues over the broader implication of increased U.S. military presence in Nigeria. Now we move to the foreign news. More than 120 people across Bangladesh are expected to cast their votes in the election for a new government. This marks the first national election since the 2024 youth-led protest that ended the tenure of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The demonstrations, led by students, brought an end to Hasina's 15-year rule, which critics describe as authoritarian. However, many citizens hope that this election will open a new chapter of leadership that truly reflects the will of the people. Therefore, polling stations open early in the morning, with voting expected to continue until 4:30 p.m. which is also the first time that the parliamentary election are being conducted simultaneously with a proportional representative vote. Meanwhile, election results are expected to be announced tomorrow. Sheikh Hasina has remained in India since her removal from the office following the 2024 student uprising. To end the news, a recap of the major items. You have heard that the Kwankwasia movement has condemned the action by the United States Congress seeking to tarnish the reputation of Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. You also heard that the Kano Electricity Distribution Company, KEDCO, has expressed concern over the ongoing power shortage in the state. You also heard that troops of the Joint Task Force in Borno State have achieved success against terrorists, killing several insurgents and rescuing kidnapped victims. You also heard that over 120 million people are expected to vote in Bangladesh general election, the first since the 2024 youth-led protest that ended the tenure of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. This news comes to you live from our studio at GCMS Africa, Kano, Nigeria. You can also follow us through our social media handles at GCMS Africa or through our streaming platform or Radio Garden at GCMS Africa. Once again, I'm Hamza Dauda Adamu saying goodbye for now.